It happened again. And I wanted to make sure I document this and don't forget it. So this is my dash cam right here. Oh, I'm so discombobulated right now, man. This is my dash cam right here. My dash cam is actually out of memory. So I couldn't record what was going on as it went on, but I go to the gas station and go to get gas. And as I pull up to my spot, this dude pulls in front of me, and I'm like, man, is he gonna pull up anymore? So anyway, they don't pull up anymore. His woman gets out the car. Something just beeped. I don't know what that is. But his woman gets out the car, and when she closes her door, now I can see if there's actually room. There's definitely not enough room now. So I drive around back into the spot, start the gas pump, and go in the store because I'm mad. And I'm not going to just not say something, man. This dude disrespected the fuck out of me, man. So I said, man, if we do anything, and yeah, I'm being racist about it, but if we do anything but ignore your disrespect, we're in the wrong, right? He's like, what you talking about, man? And I'm like, you know what I'm talking about, man. You look me in the eye, man. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, an argument ensues. And all his thing is, I didn't see you, man. I didn't know what you was trying to do. I didn't know I was blocking you. So I go to leave. Cause I really don't want to just keep bumping with this motherfucker who's trying to act like he didn't see, you know what I'm saying? Like he didn't block me intentionally. Fat motherfucker with his fat girlfriend and shit. And so I go to leave, and as I'm leaving, so I turn around and I'm like, really, motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? And so it's not like I was expecting an apology. It's not like I was expecting a racist, disrespectful bastard like that to be like, you know what? You're right, man. You're right. You know, I'm being a little racist. If you was in, I feel like I don't have to respect black people. So there you have it. Fuck you. So anyway, he didn't, he wasn't being honest. And I think that's really what was pissing me off more than anything else. Because I really didn't want an apology. But I did just want to check him like, the day's coming. We're getting fed up with this shit, man. We're getting fed up with this shit. We're just supposed to ignore everything. That's what they tell us. You feel like people staring at you? Ignore it. Be smart. Be mature. You walk into a restaurant and people over there whispering with each other, laughing and giggling. I that's why I got a dash cam. That's why I was walking around with a body cam for a while. Not a real body cam, but a camera that I had turned into like a hidden camera to just watch people's reactions in Walmart and shit. Go back and review the video just to see if I was tripping, man. No, I'm not tripping. But this is what a lot of people try to tell me. Even motherfuckers who saw this shit. Motherfuckers who saw this shit tended to be like, ignore it. Ignore it. And young black men, ignore it. Don't get in trouble. I have been to prison before. Any young black man sees this, whoosah, take a deep breath. Me, I'm old, man. I'm old. I don't get to see my family and shit. I don't have good relationships with nobody in my family. I don't really have anything, I don't really have a lot of reasons to live. And like Tupac said, if you can't find something to live for, you best find something to die for. And I'm really at that point in my life, man. It's too late for me. But what about my sons? What about my sons? My oldest son will be 15 soon. And that's one of the reasons I waited after that. Because the dude is like, so the clerk calls the police. Because, like I say, every time I go to leave, this dude, blah, blah, blah. And then when I turn around, I'm like, what the fuck, what's up then? You know? And he had shit on him too. I wish he would have reached for some of that shit. And that's what y'all, I should shave my face, man. I should shave my face, cut these dreads off, and just start passing for a young person. And that'll be a reason to die for. Let somebody come fuck with me like I'm Trayvon Martin or something. Come up on me with a gun and see what happens. Come up on a grown man. The whole country laughed and giggled when that 17-year-old, he wasn't even 17, I don't think, but when that young teenager got killed by the 28-year-old armed, trained, racist stalker, that was somebody's baby. A 17-year-old is not your baby if he's black and male. And like I say, my oldest son he's getting at that age, man, and I'm not around him a lot. He's going to have to deal with his anger and shit like that. And that's the fucked up part about it. Everybody in America is allowed to be angry. Everybody's allowed to raise their voice. But when we raise our voice, things happen like what just happened to me right now. He's getting physical with people. I'm out on bond for some shit like that right now. I'm out on bond because somebody said I was choking somebody on my birthday. I got accused of choking somebody on my birthday. Police showed up real quick. And they charged me with all this shit. And so, twice this year, all in about a 6-month period, people start arguments with me. I argue back. Person gets on the phone with 911, and the 911 operator is like, ear hustling and shit. Like, are you sure we need to show up? Yes, he's being violent. Twice this year. I'm out on bond right now. And it is funny to me. I might get convicted of it. And I've been watching some of this old footage of Tupac. When he was dealing with his court case and stuff. He facing some serious charges, but he kept like smiling and shit like, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck? Am I really finna go down for rape? Like, even the motherfucking victim is saying I didn't rape him. Am I really finna go down for rape? Even, you know what I'm saying? Even the victim, like, now my case is a little different. The witnesses, their testimonies do not carry them out. But right here at the store, one of the reasons I waited for the cops is because it was cameras in there. And that's what I was talking to him about. Are y'all can I press charges on this motherfucker for getting on the phone lying? And what happened was, it was another white dude up in there. And that white dude was like, bruh, don't do that, man. And this is another reason that I get so mad about people talking too much shit about white people. Like some of these pro-blacks. Y'all need to stop that shit. Y'all need to stop that motherfucking shit. Talking about how, like, all white people is evil and all white people blah, 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 blah. I've been in a lot of fucking situations like this. Where the only motherfucker to speak up is a white man. Like, no, bro, that black guy didn't do a god, no. Black people in there too, quiet than a church mouse. That's another thing, man. I'm so sick of these motherfuckers talk about, and I know what it is too. That's like this person that I got this bullshit ass domestic charge on. Like I said, I got arrested on my birthday. Big fat black bitch. She was the main one to complain about how brothers always messing with white girls. Meanwhile, this bitch lives in a white city. Almost everybody she associates is white. And she loves white motherfuckers. She likes watching porn. She likes watching gay porn. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm in a situation where I'm like, man, I should have fucking did what they said I did to that bitch. If I go to jail for this fucking piece of shit, ex-pimp, horrible person. This is one of the horrible person. When I was a young man, when I was a teenager, when I was like 19 years old, she tried to convince me to fuck a 14-year-old girl so that she could turn her out, so she could prostitute her. Now, like I said, I was 19, that was 21 years ago, but I should have learned back then, avoid pieces of shit. And then more advice to any young black man that's willing to watch this, man. Avoid pieces of shit. She's pretty, she's fine, she let you sleep with her, she give you money, she like maybe let you drive a car, buy you food or pay your bills or whatever. but she's a piece of shit. The Bible says, all y'all claim to be Christians, the Bible says in the book of Proverbs, it's better to sleep on the roof of the house than inside of it with a contentious woman. That was written, I don't care if the Bible's true, false, made up, fables, whatever, but that shit was written thousands of years ago. And it's true to this day in every country. I don't care if they wear head wraps around their head or if they get, like in this country, walking around damn near naked, daring somebody to look at their titties. It's better to sleep on the roof of a house than inside of that with a contentious woman. And now these dudes is like women too. I mean, think about this dude behind the counter, man. And what was that really about? That's that slave shit, black men. Save yourself, black men. That's that slave shit. You want to obey me? You want to obey me? Well, then I'm going to get physical. Oh, well, I better not do that. Well, I'm going to get the cops now. You're not afraid of this? Well, I got fists. And that is the fucked up part of being a black male. This is the shit young brothers need to be taught too in school. You know, about these faggot ass dudes. And I don't give a fuck. I got to say it like this. But that's a faggot ass dude. He gonna come at you like a man, like, what's up, what's up, what's up? As soon as you go over there, like, what's up? Oh, he's trying to kill me. And you never know. You never know who a real faggot ass nigga is, man. You know what I'm saying? You never know what type of man likes sucking dick. You never know what type of man likes taking it up their ass. You never know. Because they could look like anything. They could be big, cocky, and you don't know why. Like, motherfuckers, I kind of got into a debate with this other dude. Not really. This ex, like, veteran. Me and him, I would like to meet him face to face so we can actually talk down and have, like, a real conversation. Because online and over the phone, shit gets all over the rails. And I'm not this confrontational type of dude. I'm really not. I'm really not. This is the last resort. This is the last resort, man. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. Don't tell me to shut the fuck up unless you're ready for me to say you shut the fuck up. Because you can tell me to shut the fuck up. I'm really not going to be offended by it. I'm from a rough part of the country, man. Something else I get sick. That's another thing about Facebook being fucked up. Black, white, and all this other shit. You be arguing with a black person and you don't know, man. That black person might have never lived around other black people. Them be the most militant motherfuckers a lot of times because they deal with racism every day. I remember listening to Rush Limbaugh, like when I first started listening to Rush Limbaugh when I was like 18. And I would hear this motherfucker talk about, they're mad about slavery. That was a really good Russian. I didn't know I could impersonate him that good. They're so mad about slavery. And I remember listening to that. I grew up in Chicago. I'm going to just spit it out. I grew up in Chicago, kind of like the eastern part. It's kind of hard to describe, but basically from the part known as Rogers Park up to like Roseland. I live like all in between that. Like the east. Not the east, not the southeast part, but the east, like the real east, over there by the water and shit like that. But the red line, you know, I grew up around there. And they didn't call it the red line back then. They called it the Hodar. And they didn't even call it the Hodar at the beginning. I remember when they changed the name, they was putting all them little cartoons up. L.E. Jack and Hodar coming. And I was a little boy. I was like, who are that? Who's L.E. Jack and Hodar? But, you know, I grew up on the train. And it's so funny, man. You got people on the right. And I'm pretty conservative. But I'm not a Republican. I can't be a Republican because they don't want to end a drug war. And that is the most racist thing that's, you know, nothing hurts black people more than the drug war. Nothing. You got the nerve to talk about this black on black crime, these black on black killings and shit. Where the fuck are they happening? Who's doing the killing? Why are they killing each other? These are fucking kids on top of that. And that's what kills me. So if you're 15 or 16, but you're black, and I gotta buy a pack of cigarettes, man. I'm too stressed out, man. Let me turn on my defogger too. And I gotta work all night in this fucked up weather. And my job is fucked up. I fucking feed snooty motherfuckers. I deliver food. But actually, I'm gonna clean my car and I'm gonna do some Uber tonight. Actually picking up passengers. And I'm cool with them. I'm real easy going. But don't start none, it won't be none. And I know I was gonna go there about how, you know, people talk this shit, but then when you come around the corner, you know, and there's a lot of motherfuckers on YouTube. I've been making YouTube. I've been on YouTube since 2000. Look at my channel. Most of my videos are private and hidden, but this channel's been around since 2006. I've been here for 2006, and I hear motherfuckers bitch about their videos get deleted and shit like that. You niggas don't even know. Half of y'all make money from this. I was on YouTube before. We was making money, but we were making money different back then before Google bought it and, you know, all this. But, man, and on top of it, these dudes is fake conservatives. A lot of these black dudes that's claiming they're conservatives, they're not really conservatives. They hate niggas. That does not a conservative make. And that's one of the things that's kind of like messing up people's heads in the neighborhood. And you got everybody talking about how racist, you know, they equate conservatism and racism. No, conservative means conservative. Conservative means that you think things, you know, we got to be careful. Don't move too fast. Slow down. Hold what you got. We're more traditional. We're more classic. If you want women to wear clothes outside, you know, you're conservative. If you don't want people walking around naked, you're conservative. If you're a nudist and you think people should, you know, you think clothes are oppressive and anybody should be able to walk around naked anytime you're all the way on the left. That's the far left. And if you know, if you think that, you know, women shouldn't show their ankles, which I don't think that's really here in this country, but you know, if you think women should walk around with burqas on, that's far right as far as that issue goes. Most of us are close to the middle. I'm a little conservative. I think women shouldn't walk around dressed like whores if they don't want to be treated like whores. I have no problem with whores. Look, if you want to be a whore, that's fine. I wouldn't want my daughter to do it. I wouldn't want any of the women in my family selling their vaginas for $17.95. But if that's what you want to do, well, that's fine. And you can wear your uniform and everything. But that's one of the problems too in this country. And in the hood. You know, I was stupid in the hood growing up. And I'm going to tell this story. This is a story I've been thinking about a lot. And I haven't been sharing it, man. But I think now is a good time to share it. No viewers, no thumbs up, ain't nobody watching it. There's a good chance nobody will watch it. So I tell a real story. You know, maybe nobody will see this shit till after I'm dead. Which would be good. Because when motherfuckers see my shit, that shit kill me, the shit people be complaining about that, you know, Willie D was talking about, YouTube deleted my channel because I'm black. Nigga, did you ever watch any of your videos? I be watching people in this new era of YouTube and I be like, how the fuck do they get to keep channels? My channel, like the reason, like my, you know, so this is my channel. This is the first channel I ever made. This is my channel. But I've been dealing with internet marketing. And in my early YouTube days, you know, I forgot I even made this channel. And I moved to Birmingham for a little while. And I remember going to Birmingham and I was like, motherfucker, somebody took my username. Somebody took my first and middle name as a username. So I made another one. The real first person to ever do that. And I did it because my channel, I hadn't done nothing with it. But I had just made the channel. You know, it's complicated. Fuck that. I get into it. I guess ain't nobody gonna watch this shit. But I made that channel. I was fresh out of prison. And I had been reading about YouTube. In 2000 and I made this channel in 2006. So I was reading YouTube. I was reading about YouTube in like 2004 and 2005 from in prison in 2006. Reading about all that. Reading about Barack Obama and reading about all this stuff in prison. But YouTube really excited me. And the main reason YouTube excited me is because I already knew TV was such bullshit. And TV wasn't just bullshit, but TV was so racist, man. You know, TV is so racist that it got half black, it got most black people believing these crazy stereotypes about black people. And I understand that a little bit better now that I've really been studying media deeply. Is it their fault? Like BET is the worst. BET is the absolute worst. It's so funny that white people, those stupid. First of all, let's address this real quick. Get this out the way. The worst pieces of shit in America are jealous people. If you're a jealous-hearted American, that's the real hater. Like Puffy used to always say that. Hater, 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 hater. Say, motherfucker, you talking about haters when motherfucker, you confusing motherfuckers who don't like you for a hater. Why are you over there looking at me? Why my girl standing here? Motherfuckers just don't like you. You represent black maleness the way they don't like. Old twinkle toe ass nigga. You look like me, but you got motherfuckers out here thinking that niggas like tap dancing and shit. Niggas don't dance no more. All we do is this, So that's something too, like this whole gangbanging mentality, like us versus them. For example, I was raised to believe that boys wear blue, girls wear pink, and dark pink is still pink. Boys wear blue, girls wear pink. Boys don't even wear red. Any man who wants that much attention should only be ignored. That's the way I was raised. Your woman is your visual representation. And that goes to pimp mentality or gangster mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like these days, and I guess, from the movies too, but these motherfuckers, they want to look good. But even the pimps, like, if you boil down Chicago's beef, in my opinion, like I hear people talk about it's the Masons. Some people talk about it's the, what was that other one I heard? Muslims versus Christians. A lot of stuff too, and I think a lot of it has something to do with it. But when you boil it all down, I think it's gangster mentality versus pimp mentality. But the gangsters ran the city so long that the Chicago pimps had to pick up their gangster mentality. And the gangsters picked up a little bit of the pimp mentality within reason. But the whole thing is they both agreed. The attention ain't on me. Attention is on my woman. I look good when my woman looks good. That's how the game goes. Or at least that's how it used to go. Now it's different. Bitches is raggedy. You'll have a raggedy bitch. All her shoes are from Payless, and she buying her man some J's and some Air Force Ones. And there's a reason for that. That's because these males, rap music fucked the game up. Because for the longest time, the image of the gangster was poets, which I had no problem with. I'm a poet myself. I like poetry. But that's not blue collar. You know what I'm saying? Sitting around being all reflective and, Tupac really kind of fucked the game up because Tupac was a straight up man, but he was very poetic and he was very deep and he was very eloquent, And so people associate all that. All these rappers, they fucked the game up. And then Eminem came around, and this motherfucker's beefing with women, and 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 they was cool with that. BET was cool with that. Damn, I got off the rails, man. That's why I'm gonna have to make this video private. But yeah, ain't that some shit? We live in a world where if a man raises his voice at somebody who's raising their voice at him, he's considered to be, weaker. And that's because you're just supposed to, it makes sense because of the laws. You know what I'm saying? You do have to be the last one to throw the punch. You can't throw the punch to that motherfucker punch you, or you go to jail. But a lot of times we could get in trouble. We didn't even throw the first punch. That's why, I do have a dash cam right here. And I'm going to clean it up before I get to going to work. Because they just believe. And that's another thing about rap, too. Rap made it to where they just believe it. Somebody say somebody that look like they, you know what I'm saying? You look like one of the rappers. If somebody say you got violent with them, people going to believe it. Automatically. You look like you might fuck somebody else. Like, that's the shit I got to suffer from all the goddamn time. As a matter of fact, I was only arrested one time in Birmingham. I was arrested one time in Birmingham by a black police officer. And you know what the motherfucker said I was being arrested for? Because I looked like I wanted to hit him. I lectured that motherfucker. I was in that back seat. I lectured that raggedy son of a bitch as we going down to this police. Oh, really? So do you arrest everybody for looking like they want to hit you? Motherfucker. If a white woman look like she want to hit you, you going to arrest her? If a Mexican man look like he want to hit you, you going to arrest him? What are you going to charge him with? Homicidal thoughts? Negligent thinking? You look like you. I was arrested for that in Birmingham, Alabama. Because you look like you want to hit me. Motherfucker, I probably am going to hit you if you don't get the fuck out my face. And I might have hit him. You know what I'm saying? And that day, that was a really weird situation. And we was in the hood and shit. I didn't trust that dude. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't have been able to arrest me by himself. And that's another thing. Like, we're nervous people, man. And we've been hearing about shit like that since the civil rights movement. You get in a police car, you might not ever be seen again. And now they're supposed to have cameras, but camera footage end up come up missing. Hey, look, motherfucker, if the camera footage end up come up missing, man, then motherfuckers got to go. Like, that should have been Trayvon's law. Another reason dudes like me don't like Barack Obama. Why didn't we get Trayvon's law? You can name all these laws after all these white girls. Can we get a law? Can you get a mandatory sentence? If you shoot an unarmed black child, can you get at least 4 months in jail? Some kind of minimum? Nothing. The dudes who killed Tamir Rice, nothing. Oscar Grant, nothing. Sean Bell, nothing. John Crawford, nothing. I could do this all day, man. I can name names all day. And we still ain't seen the one white Rodney King. Every day there's videos of blacks being abused. Oh, man, a homeless person just walked past me in the rain. Almost want to offer him a ride. But that might not be a homeless person. What the fuck? That is not a homeless person. That's a person with a blanket on them. That is not a homeless person. Ankle monitor. New shoes. Something suspicious. New white shoes. Icy white shoes. That's not even a blanket, that's a sleeping bag. That's so shit so crazy, man. Homophobic. The dude called me homophobic. Not the dude I just called a fag in the store, but some other dude called me a homophobe. Online, we was arguing online. And what it was is, on Facebook, this girl put on there, any nigga that's always trying to fuck a woman in the ass is suspect, man. And so, a lot of niggas was on, a lot of niggas was riding with her like, yeah. Niggas like pussing, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but nigga just steadily want to fuck you in the ass. I mean, sometimes if it got some reasonable, if he want to take your virginity, if he wants you to give him his virginity to make sure that you love him, that's one thing. But if he always hounding you, hey, man, let me get up in the boot. Let me get up in the boot gublets. Let me rip your asshole open. Especially if he got like a fat sausage. You know what I'm saying? When he pipe you down, man, you feel fully stuffed. But this fool still want the boo giblets? Yeah, it's suspect to me too. And so, me and some other niggas was clowning this motherfucker. He an older man. And I clowned the shit out this nigga. But anyway, we agree with a lot of stuff. He's an ex-soldier. We both conservative, but we obviously conservative for different reasons. He on that Chris Rock shit. You know what I'm saying? When it come to your daughter, I'm liberal. When it come to my daughter, I'm conservative. Boy, that is a recipe setting your daughter up for failure saying some shit like that, nigga. Ooh. Do not tell nobody that's your daddy when you go to college. You're going to be a prize either way. And that's another thing, too, they don't tell these young girls. Them dudes that's just shooting for virgins. Like me, I've always wanted to marry a virgin. So, since that's true, I've never taken a girl's virginity. It's like a weird catch-22. Like this little girl that sent me a friend request on Facebook. Like, I really don't know what to think about that profile. Hopefully she on some shit where hopefully that's a fake profile and they trying to catch pedophiles or something. But anyway, I'm 40 years old, man. And I got a friend request from this young girl, at least looking young, and I look and I'm like, who the fuck is that? And go to the profile, and I'm looking at the profile, and sometimes young females that are related to me or close friends with one of my relatives or something, another reason that, my niece is mad at me and shit. Not knowing that I don't be sending your friends fucking I don't send no fucking teenagers Facebook request. I'm probably not going to send anybody under 25 a friend request, period. Unless it's a reason, like real life family type stuff, like somebody that I'm, talk to. Like one of my damn, my oldest nephew is a good example. But he's a male too. But yeah, he's about the only 20-year-old I would send a fucking friend request to. But I don't do that. I'm not gonna send no request to kids. And also I thought my settings were set. Well, there probably was a time that my settings were set that you had to be at least you couldn't send me a friend request unless you was born in whatever year. But I think I might have took that off. back like 10 years ago, like when my nieces start getting older and shit, and became friends with them on Facebook, and we joking back and forth and shit, which was not a really good idea. That's another thing where Facebook fuck you up. It's certain things that the generations really shouldn't know about each other, you know? You know, this is where Facebook is really fucking up the black community. Because, you know, a 20-year-old motherfucker needs to be able to keep their private life away from their 35-year-old mama or their 40-year-old mama. And then on top of it, like with female, male type of shit, and then jealous motherfuckers, period. Most Americans are jealous-hearted motherfuckers. That's the problem. Don't nobody fuck that shit. That's another thing. I never liked Puffy, man. I never liked Puffy. From the very beginning. And you could use the word hate. Hated that motherfucker. First time I saw that Big Papa video, I fucking hated that video. And I know a lot of things I hated about the video, as you know, they portrayed black women as straight up whores and sluts, but I couldn't see it very good. To all the ladies in the place with style and grace, allow me to lace these lyrical bushes in your dishes. And then I don't know too much, but I do know, you know, that girl when he was like, to all the ladies in the place with style and grace. And I remember looking at that girl like, the fuck is this a bitch with style and grace? Now it's 2018. I could watch the video in high definition and I see that's actually a transsexual man. That's actually a man. Did you ever notice that? Did you ever notice that in the Big Papa video, the girl that he's hollering at is not a fucking girl. That is a transsexual man. And there's another scene with a completely different woman standing up at the urinal, pissing. And that might be a trans person too. You know, I think it's a good chance there's at least 3 trans in that video. Which, you know, you can put a trans in your video if you want to. But let us know, man. And like I say, back in those days, I don't think you could tell. You know, there was no high definition television. I know that I looked at her and I was just like, why is this lady considered to have style and grace? You know what I'm saying? And also Busta Rhymes. Go back and look at that video, because Busta Rhymes look at her like. There's a lot of that same little transsexual video vixen or whatever they gonna call it. Is in quite a few videos. Yeah. I'm ranting. But yeah, I gotta work and it's raining. I don't know if the camera's picking that up too good. I gotta work all night in the rain tonight, and I gotta go do a lot of work. I'm finna eat first though. Fuck! This is a hard time of year to be a man. November, December. You men need to put y'all foot down and kill Santa Claus. Real motherfucking talk. And I ain't gonna say kill Jesus, but you need to check these little motherfuckers that say everything, you know, thank Jesus for everything. No, thank Daddy too. If Daddy's the one that's working and paying all these damn, you know, or the United States government, whoever paying your bills. I'm so sick of motherfuckers. I probably will become a Republican eventually because everybody else is so goddamn crazy, and it seems like the independents and the libertarians ain't gonna never win shit. And it's like the Republicans are the only ones that want to have any type of maturity. Everybody talking crazy, man. Like you got motherfuckers talking about anarchy. Motherfuckers who can't physically fight talk about anarchy. You know, that should be funny, man. I wouldn't mind living to see that, you know. I'm adaptable, man. I don't really mind what storms are gonna come. I hope I survive them all. But fuck it, anarchists. I talked to a couple anarchists. I remember the first time I had a debate with an anarchist. It was in Bexar County Jail at 18. And me and this motherfucker arguing. I'm just like, look, motherfucker, if you a picky eater, how the fuck you gonna be an anarchist? If you really like video games, how the fuck are you gonna be an anarchist? Who's gonna like what the fuck? Like anarchy. If if anarchy prevails, you're gonna be somebody's slave. More than likely. More than likely. And all these stupid, you know, that's our problem in this country. We're so fucking ungrateful, man. And that's the number one thing. Avoid ungrateful people. And me, my lesson that I'm picking up for this whole situation today, which, it is what it is. I'm not going to just ignore shit like that, man. Because, look at me. If a motherfucker will do some shit to me, they damn sure do it to my son. If motherfuckers will pull the shit with me, and they try to bully me, and it ain't just bully shit, man. Like the real live racist shit, man. Like you can't come around here around our girls. Niggas ain't like that. Cause niggas gonna try to sell you some pussy. Drug war, pimp war. All this shit's been going a long time. Like we look at the drug war like it came with crack. No, man. You motherfuckers really don't know history, man. Or, we should stop saying that too, no history. It is a lot of history. None of us know history. No historian knows history. You know what I'm saying? There are secret societies in this world. And those secret societies, they keep their history secret. You're going to have to figure it out forensically. But if it's a halfway decent secret society, you're not going to figure that shit out. You can't. Especially once they get so big and they start branching off and evolving into different organizations. Anarchy. I would love to see that. Anarchy. Anarchy. Oh, man, I got to decide to what to eat. I need a steak. That's what I need, man. Anyway, rotate device. No, I'm done. I'm done, man. And I'll never watch this.